Live? Hey, welcome to Unity of Olympia, you at home, and welcome to Unity of Olympia, all of you here. And please welcome my friend David Roth, musician extraordinaire, spiritual leader.
Thank you. I thought we'd start by singing a song you've never heard before. You ready for that? But it's call and response, so I sing a part, you sing it back to me. And I'll also tell you, I wrote this song with 14 kids. Between the ages of 6 and 12 years old, we wanted to make a song about how to make the world a better place. You think the world could use that right now? So I may stop a couple times to show you how I introduced the concept of rhyming to these kids. And they came up with some great verses, all right? So take a look at the person on either side of you right now and say, I can't wait to hear you sing.
I can't wait to hear you sing.
All right, get ready. Here we are, here today. Here to sing, here to play. Make this world a better place for me and you and the human race. If you had a bad day, you can turn it around. Play some tunes, crank up the sound. Hand in hand, lost and found. Turn your frown upside down. Oh, know that we can be ourselves. And a kid came up with that line, and I said, what a beautiful self-realized line this is for a child to say, know that we can be ourselves. And I said, but now we have to find a word that rhymes with selves. Kids? Elves. That's what they said. They said elves. And I said, okay, I need a minute to rhyme that. And they said, no, we got this, Mr. Roth. I said, call me David. So I sang, know that we can be ourselves. They sang, wizards, fairies, ninjas, warlocks, and elves. And that's unity right there. 14 kids, pretty neat. Let's write this song, and then let's eat. Let's have some fun in the sun. Love our world, love our town. Let's go green, save the bees, save the whales, save the trees. Oh, let's have some chicken pot pie. Oh, yeah, that's a nice word, too, kids. What are we going to rhyme with pie now that they're used to rhyming? Lisa says sky. Well, then a little boy said, Mr. Roth. I said, call me David. I've got it. And he gave me one of the greatest lines I've ever heard. I wish I had written it, but I never would have thought of this. I sang, let's have some chicken pot pie. He sang, we'll have lunch with the FBI. Then we can fly in the sky. My, oh my, everybody, FBI. Here we see a turkey giving thanks for you and me, 'cause we won't eat him today. Vegetarian's okay. Move around a disco dance. Take a risk and take a. May you have a perfect feast, and may our world have perfect peace. Here we are, here today, here to sing, here to play, make this world a better place for me and you and the human race. For me and you and the human race. Right here on earth, in outer. For me and you and the human race.
That was fun. Thank you. I'm Reverend Terry. Welcome to Unity of Olympia. At Unity, we honor all faith traditions and all paths to God. We offer a positive path for spiritual living. And at Unity of Olympia, we nurture lives of freedom and joy, and we inspire people to make a positive difference in the world, like David. We're so glad you're here. I'm going to light this candle as a symbol of that divine light that shines within all of us, within all of life itself. Please join me in prayer. Father, Mother, God, Spirit, Presence, Holiness. We open our hearts, our minds, every cell of our bodies to this presence and power that lives and moves and has its being right here, right now. In joy, in love, in connection, and in song. In this openness to the divine expressing around us, in us, and through us. In this openness, we live our best lives. We let nothing stop us. We go through, around, and below even obstacles, strengthened by the power of the divine presence. Thank you, God, for this love, this life. Thank you, God. Together, thank you, God. Amen.
I think we did this next song last year, but it bears repeating, I think. It's about looking for things you'd like to see more of in the world. Anything come to mind? Peace, love, empathy, joy, compassion, justice. Yep, kindness, yep. All right. Thank you for filling in all the blanks. I'm looking for more kindness in this world. I'm looking for more kindness in this world. If it's there and I don't see it, I guess I'm gonna get to be it. I'm just looking for more kindness in this world. All right, sing with me. I'm looking for more kindness in this world. Same thing. I'm looking for more kindness in this world. If it's there and I don't see it, I guess I'm gonna get to be it. I'm just looking for more kindness in this world. How about loving? Sing. I'm looking for more loving in this world. Your turn. I'm looking for more loving in this world. If it's there and I don't see it, I guess I'm gonna get to be it. I am just looking for more loving in this world. My turn. Oh, this is what I see. It's complicated A to Z, and there's no quick solution anyone is willing to make. Even though it may be glaring, it is time to be more daring, and it's time to be more caring for goodness sake. I'm looking for more dancing in this world. I'm looking for more dancing in this world. If it's there and I don't see it, I guess I'm gonna get to be it. I'm just looking for more dancing in this world. And I'm looking for compassion in this world. I'm looking for compassion in this world. If it's there, if it's there, I don't see it. All right, we got to go over a little part here because this has been happening lately, and I want to point out what a difference a word can make. It goes, if it's there and I don't see it, I guess I'm gonna get to be it. So I heard a lot of you go, if it's there and I don't see it, I guess I'm gonna have to be it. You know, have to is kind of down, get to is kind of up. If it's there and I don't see it, I guess I'm gonna get to be it. I'm just looking for compassion in this world. And I'm looking for more grace in this world. I am looking for more grace in this world. If it's there and I don't see it, I guess I'm gonna get to be it. I'm just looking for more grace in this world. My turn. Oh, this is what I see. It's complicated A to Z, and there's no quick solution anyone is willing to make. Even though it may be glaring, it is time to be more daring, and it's time to be more caring, for goodness sake. Justice. I'm looking for more justice in this world. I'm looking for more justice in this world. If it's there, I'm just looking for more justice in this world. Compassion. I'm looking for compassion in this world. Peace. I'm looking for more peace in this world. Respect. I'm looking for respect in this world. Loving. I'm looking for more loving in this world. Kindness. I'm looking for more kindness in this world. Kindness. I'm looking for more kindness in this world.
There are tough acts to follow, and there is David Roth. David, what you don't know is usually we have the lyrics on the board over there so we can sing along, but
Who
good
needs paper?
teaching. Love it. So good morning, everybody. Greg Saltis here. Happy to be your platform assistant again today. Welcome to our spiritual home, including those of you who are at home and probably now wishing that you were here with us. But regardless, welcome and happy to have you here. This is the time that we acknowledge that this property is the original territory of the Stay-Chos and other indigenous tribes. As you know, the Stay-Chos are of the Squaxin Island tribe. We are so blessed to be able to look around at the mountains, at the rivers, at the trees, at the grand beauty, all of which is truly imbued with their spirit. At this time, I want to welcome Reverend Terry up for the youth ed lesson today.
All right, I actually made notes. This is, I believe, the last week of your curriculum from the 4 agreements. So, does anybody remember the first agreement? Good job. Jeffrey knows it. Be impeccable with your word, right? To make your language and your intentions match up with your heart. Don't take anything personally is number 2. Anybody forget that one? Oh, man. Mm-hmm. 3, anybody remember 3? Don't make assumptions, but I think I know. Dang. So this month, do you guys know what you've been working on this month? I know, sometimes it's hard to follow, isn't it? Easter. All right. The one this month is always do your best. And so I'm going to just tell a very short story from the Bible because I know how much you guys like that. It is important to me that you guys know some of the stories from the Bible so that when you are talking with your friends who don't see things quite the same, that you have an understanding that makes sense for you. Okay, so a long time ago, 7,000, 8,000 years ago, there were these groups, the Philistines and the Israelites, and they were fighting over land, kind of like you guys know about wars happening in the other parts of the world. They're fighting over land now. It seems to be a thing that comes back over and over again. So they're fighting over land, and they got this one guy on the Philistine side, giant. They say he's 8 foot tall and huge. And he says, rather than let's all go into battle, whoever can beat me, if you win, then we'll just surrender the land and you can have it. And then they're all kind of going, what? Because the Israelites did not have an 8-foot tall guy, right? They didn't have a Goliath. And so David, you all know the idea about David and Goliath, right? No, okay, they do. Some of you do. Okay, so David was a little guy, and he wasn't even in the battle. He wasn't even supposed to be fighting. He came down to the front line where they're still negotiating about how they're going to fight to bring his brothers lunch. He was the youngest one, he was the little one, and his brothers were getting ready to go into battle. And so he brought them lunch, and then he hears about this guy Goliath making this deal, offering up this deal, and nobody on the Israelite side wanted to do it. But he suddenly had an inspiration. He knew from the inside that that was his to do. Anybody know from the inside it's yours to do? There's a thing. It's yours to do. Like me, being up here, yammering on. And so he said, you know what, I can do it. I can do it. And then they agreed, and David and Goliath went down, and David had been a shepherd, and he'd been trying to keep the sheep safe from lions and wolves. And so he was very good with a slingshot. So before he even got down there, he used his slingshot, and Goliath fell down because he didn't even have to get close. And that was it, and the Israelites won. David did his best. He followed that thing inside of him that said, this is mine to do. And then he leaned on his skills and the things he already knew how to do. And he brought those skills forward to win for his army. So, what does it mean? Always do your best. And, you know, it doesn't have to be about fighting, right? It can be about trying to make your way in the world. It can be about trying to negotiate things with your family members. Anybody ever have to negotiate things with family members who seem like they have more power than you? I just saw a head swivel. Right, it's not necessarily about land, it's about power. And some people do have more power. And yet, if there's something inside of you that says, yeah, no, this needs to be, I'm supposed to be doing this one thing, negotiating and using what you know already and bringing that forth is doing your best. That's the best you can do. Y'all willing to do your best? Do you know you always do your best anyway? It happens anyway. Thank you for letting me give you this lesson. Oh, I want to share just one more thing. The affirmation is so beautiful, and I know you guys are going to be using it in service. I am a divine child of God.
I'm a divine child of God.
I love the me that I am.
I love the me that I am.
All right, let's sing them out.
All right. We are walking in the light, in the light, in the light. We are walking in the light of God. In the light, in the light, in the light, in the light. We are walking in the light of God.
Classes, service, and worship connect us with others so that we can accept each other and appreciate diversity of all. Next up, we have Kyle, who has some announcements, and he told me it would be short. I asked him what his definition of short was. We're going to find out right now. There you go, Kyle.
Thank you, Greg. Good morning, fellow Unitics. So I always laugh now because every time the kids said for the longest time to me, they were like, I really thought this song was walking in a line. Not in the light. And so now it rings true every say I'm walking in a line with God, right? So if you always see them single file out, yes, thank you, absolutely, yes. All right. My community report out. I am looking for somebody to be of sacred service. Our very own Karen Reddick is needing to hand off the green bag program. So if that is something you're interested in putting on your plate, please let me know and we can talk about it, all right? It's not that scary. It's actually very easy. It's just hauling the green bags from point A to point B. And then if you want to be of more service with the green program, there is a way to volunteer actually sorting the items. So if you're interested in that, please let me know. I will be emailing a few of you, so if you see those sneaky emails, that's me, people I already think would be a great fit for this. Spirit groups were great, all right? So, yes, thank you. They were really fabulous this year. Thank you for everybody who was involved. So we're looking not to do any more spirit groups until next year in 2026, the top of the year back in spring. If you want to do a spirit group, please come see me. I'm happy to plug it into the fall or the summertime or whatever time best fits you, but just let me know and I'm happy to get the information, and me and Karen are both happy to get the information online and get that going. But with that said, we are still having several fun classes. Reverend Terry will be offering several series of classes after Sunday service at 11:30 in room 205 upstairs here. We also have the fabulous Susan Roberts. She's going to bring back her haiku class this summer. Yes, absolutely. Hand clap. And then Linda Eyrig will be doing her quantum living class in the fall again. So if you Yes, we got plenty of those classes to keep you satisfied. So, but if you're feeling called to lead a spirit group, let me know, and we can even talk. I've got plenty of books up here. We can discuss what it might look like or what a topic is. So just let me know. And then Unitine sponsors are needed. So for the Unitine camp, I will be a sponsor this year, but the Unitines do need more sponsors at their camp program. That means for a week at camp with children. And age doesn't matter, because I'm going to tell you right now, most of the age group is above 65 that's currently there as camp counselors. So you're not too old to be a Unitine camp counselor. And it's a lot of fun, and everything's already programmed. You just get to walk around with kids all day. So it's a lot of fun. I'm excited to go this year. All right, I think that's under 5 minutes. I hope it is. That's my definition of short.
But I do have a special announcement today, and it's actually something that you inspired me to do. I want to show a video. Come on out here so you can see it too. Is this? Yeah.
Greetings, friends. It's Jim Blake coming to you from Unity Village, where we have just opened the long-awaited, beautifully remodeled R.D. Goppert Event Center. You probably know this building as the former Activity Center. It was first opened in 1975. Now it's been refurbished inside and out as a multi-purpose event center for Unity activities and to serve the local community. People are already flocking to hold their events in the Goppert Event Center, or GEC for short. Of course, so many incredible donors have contributed in rich and meaningful ways. We told you last year about the doves, but now they're a reality. These are glass etchings stunningly displayed in the lobby of the event center. Churches and individual donors have purchased them as a way to contribute to the project. Here's the URL if you want more information on how you can be a part of this beautiful installation. The doves are truly exquisite and have already become a unique feature in this incredible space. We are adding more doves all the time, and soon we'll fill all the frames. The main change you'll notice in the remodel is that we took out all the fixed auditorium-style chairs and transformed the slanted floor into tiers on 3 levels to allow for multiple space configurations. We can use table and chairs for celebrations and gala events. We can bring in up to 30 trade show booths, or we can just create standard theater-style seating. It's truly versatile. The entire building has been made accessible now with multiple ramps, including stage access and an elevator to the balcony. We preserved all the beautiful woodwork, and the wings are still above the stage. In our continued efforts to attract more and more visitors to discover Unity in this one-of-a-kind campus, we timed this monumental grand reopening with the complete redesign of the unityvillage.org website. You're all familiar with our primary website, unity.org, which serves over 1 million unique visitors each year, seekers who are eager to learn more about our teachings, tools, and resources. The separate unityvillage.org website is strictly about the multitude of incredible offerings we have here on campus. The redesigned website emphasizes how we can share the transformative beauty and splendor of the village with other people. The website shows off the center courtyard, outdoor spaces, as well as our hotel and Airbnbs. One section is dedicated to showing all of the amazing venues that can be used as backdrops for events of all kinds, including the new event center. I hope you'll take a moment and visit the new unityvillage.org. Spend some time just looking around. It will remind you of all that we are blessed to have here at Unity Village. You will see why each year we are bustling with more and more people who appreciate its beauty, versatility, and the spiritual nature of these sacred grounds. Then visualize yourself here. You can check out the list of retreats and pick a few times to come see us. For instance, this year's World Day of Prayer will be live on campus in September. What a beautiful and sacred opportunity to bring a group and immerse yourself in all the village has become. I feel grateful and honored to share these transformative improvements with you. Join me in celebrating these most recent accomplishments and the wonderful team of dedicated associates who serve here and work so hard to bring them to fruition. Our event center, our campus, our websites are all essential in introducing Unity to the world. We will continue to strive to make that introduction welcoming, inclusive, transformative, and most important, full of possibility. Namaste.
Thank you for playing that. So part of the reason I wanted to share that with you is because we are helping to support, we helped to financially support that transformation of that building. For those of you who have not been to Unity Village, they're our mothership. They're the mothership. And it is a beautiful place, and I would invite anyone to consider going if you can figure out how to do that. Here's those etched glass doves. We purchased 2 of those panels when Sally Wenzel and Kathy Weaver left us bequests. We purchased one with each one of them has their name on it at a cost of $2,500 each. And beyond that, when we sold our building, we gave a gift toward the remodel of the Goppert Center of $10,000. We decided not to tithe 10%, but we gave them 10 grand. And so I just got a call 2 weeks ago telling me that they're giving us an etched glass dove with our name on it, Unity of Olympia, and they're dedicating a bench to us as well, and it will say Unity of Olympia, making a positive difference in the world. So I can hardly wait to go back and see them, and I hope some of you will join me at some point. Thank you, Greg, for letting me interrupt.
How many of you have been to Unity Village? Oh, wow. Yeah, if you haven't been, it's absolutely amazing. It's a great trip. So we're now transitioning to the prayer portion of our service, and members of our prayer team will be bringing forward the prayer request box. As I am now happy to do, there are prayer request forms that look just like this, and if you fill one out and put it into either the box in the front or the back of the sanctuary, the prayer team will pray with your request, and then it will be sent to Unity Village. As a reminder, you can put down your contact information in the form of phone number, email address, or any other manner that you would like for the prayer team to contact you. Reading our daily word today is Carol Layton.
Thank you, Greg. Good morning, everyone. I'll get a little closer here. The word today is freedom. Spiritual living is my path to freedom. Looking back over the years, I remember the ways I have felt less than free. Maybe I felt limited because of my background or personal history, my education or career, or because of things others have believed about me. Without even realizing, I may have taken a limited view of myself and what was possible for my life. But discovering the truth of myself as a spiritual being, a beloved child of God, has healed my heart and freed my mind. My life circumstances are only part of my story. I am so much more than the sum total of my experiences. My freedom lies in God and in my understanding of myself as divine. As I grow in confidence, realizing I can change my life through the power of my thoughts, I grow more free. And the reading today is from Psalm 119, verse 45. I shall walk at liberty, for I have sought your precepts. Spiritual living is my path to freedom. Please join me. Spiritual living is my path to freedom and joy.
Enjoy.
This is the time in our service where we affirm our statement of faith, and I invite you to join me with There Is Only One. Together, please. There is only one presence and one power in the universe and in my life. God the good, all power, presence, and wisdom. It is in God that I live, move, and have my being.
This is the year for making changes. This is the year for moving on. This is the year of overcoming. This is the year for growing strong. And this is the year for a new way of thinking. This is the year for making plans. And this is the year for reaching out. And this is the year for joining hands. Gone all the lonely nights of yearning, gone all the dark and cloudy skies, all the unsteady bridges burning, all of the doubt and all the lies. And this is the chance to recapture the power. This is the time to abandon the fear. This is the moment, the finest hour. This is the year, this is the year. This is the year that I put into action all my desires and all of my means. And this is the year that I follow my passion. And this is the year of my dreams. This is the year I'm letting go of trying to change the ones I love. This is the year I turn it over. This is the year I look above. This is the year that I take my intention, turn it away from distraction and talk. This is the year I take the step, and this is the year I walk the This is the year that I put into action all my desires and all of my means. And this is the year that I follow my passion. This is the year of my dreams. This is the year I make it happen. This is the year I follow through. And this is the year I move ahead on all of the things I want to do. And this is the chance to renew my commitment. This is the time to be conscious and clear. This is the moment for living fully. This is the year. This is the There are more loving people in this world than those noisy ones on my TV. I must use discretion and prudence before I engage with that one-eyed thief. The din can be deafening, the volume so high. Repetition starts to make it sound real. And if I am not paying attention, I start to doubt how I feel. Imagine what happens when I'm willing to listen and hear. Imagine what happens when kindness engages with fear. And volume doesn't equal consensus, and shouting is a red flag to me. A softer approach to hard subjects may bring on the change that I wish to see. I will not chew on those sound bites. There's more to the stories I read, and I am not buying the message that is sponsored by power and greed. Imagine what happens when I'm willing to listen and hear. Imagine what happens when kindness engages with fear. Alarming and chilling, inhuman and cold, that's the tone of these desperate days. Disarming and human and willing and bold is my tenor for turning to grace. There are more loving people in this world than I might be led to believe. I won't be distracted from trusting and move forward to give and receive. The din can be deafening, the volume so high, I won't be seduced by the noise. I am ready to act with my conscience and remember that I make my choices. Imagine what happens when I'm willing to listen and hear. Imagine what happens when kindness engages with fear. Am I willing to listen and hear? Imagine what happens when kindness engages with fear. Thank you and good morning. What you heard there in that little mashup is what I call the 3 ages of Dave. I got this magical piece of clay. This is a triple-chambered ocarina almost 40 years ago when I was living in New York City. And one Saturday afternoon, a bunch of us were in the basement of a church on the Upper East Side of Manhattan. It was the Cathedral of St. John's of the Divine. A very beautiful place if you've ever been, where I used to go hear the Paul Winter Consort play all the time in the 1980s. And we were having a singing workshop in the Tombs, fancy word for basement. And it was totally pitch black, and we sang, and then when the singing stopped, we heard 1 note. Then we heard 2 notes. Then we heard 3 notes, and when the lights came on and our molecules were rearranged, we all had 2 questions. What was that? Where do I get one? This is way before Google and internet and all that stuff. In fact, it was in the days of rotary telephones with curly cords. Anybody have one besides me? So I began calling, and I got tendonitis in my dialing finger, but I called all around the country in search of a triple-chambered ocarina, a very rare instrument. The ocarina comes from Peru. It was a sweet potato skin originally that they would eat the inside out, leaving as much of the outside intact as possible, would let it harden, and we would blow into it to make sounds of various sounds. This is a modern mutation. And I found a woman in Berkeley, California, I was living in New York, who made them, but she had arthritis in her hands and couldn't make them anymore. But she had an apprentice in Boston. So next thing I knew, I found myself on a 5-hour bus ride from New York to Boston, and I met Kathy Tai, who remains a friend to this day and has made me 3 of these. She and I talked for a couple hours, and when we were done talking, she said, I think this is the first one she made. I think you're the person who's supposed to have this. And I gave her some money because her time is valuable. And she said, I knew it was going to be you when you walked in, though, because somehow I'd already put your face on it. And this pretty much sums up my feeling about how the world is going these days. What? Really? Not just us, the world. Really? So that's age 1. Age 2 is, this is the year for making changes. Sounds like I could have tossed that one off this morning. I wrote that in 1990. Only, 35 years ago. And I haven't changed a word, which to me is kind of timeless and in a way disappointing. Why would I say that? Well, I'm in the lineage of folk singers. I was inspired by Woody Guthrie and Pete Seeger and Dylan and Joan Baez and Joni Mitchell and Simon. Hold your applause. Simon and Garfunkel, Peter, Paul and Mary, Randy Newman, Alan Sherman, Tom Lehrer, Dan Fogelberg, Steve Goodman, John Prine. The list is not comprehensive. I'm a Chicago boy. But Pete Seeger wrote with Lee Hayes a little jingle you might have heard of over the years called If I Had a Hammer. He wrote that in the year 1949. So last year was the 75th anniversary of If I Had a Hammer. And Pete, for me, that's a Mount Rushmore folk song. I would put it on my Mount Rushmore of folk songs. Pete, I'm sure, I got to know him a little bit while he was still alive, and we did a few things together, as did many other people. I'm not bragging about that. I'm just saying I'm happy I got to do that. And he would be proud of a song like that, but he would say, really? 75 years later? Still? Come on, people. Smile on your brother. Everybody get together. And I sort of feel the same way about This Is the Year. Like, oh gosh, I wish some of these songs had shorter shelf lives, and then I could stop singing them. But in some cases, there's no end in sight, So the songs continue to be sung, which brings us to the third age of man. Imagine What Happens, which is a new song, about the marriage. Originally, the way I framed writing the song was that kindness and fear were actually embodied, and kindness got down on one knee and proposed to fear. And it was a relationship of a marital sort. But I landed on this because I thought the metaphor was too cute. And I really wanted to feel those words when I sing them. I'm not singing for you, I'm singing for me today. And if you come along for the ride, I'm happy. But I need this as much as anybody does. So those are the three ages of Dave. And this is a guitar I forgot to take out of the dryer this morning. I borrowed this from my friend Larry Pattison in Washington, up in Seattle. And my sermon and song, which is almost halfway done already, is called One World, Many Concerns. And I think I'm getting there, That's how I feel, and that's a broad brushstroke. So my hope is to do 2 more songs in the sermon portion, and then we'll continue on for the service. And may I say how great it is to be back here again. Looking out at your faces is like, the intangible thing I can't describe when people see that I'm doing 13 appearances in 12 days here, all over Washington and Oregon. And they say, how do you do that? I'm a bona fide baby boomer, But what I will tell you is that I am not depleted by all this much activity. I am renewed when I play music. It energizes me. And everywhere I go, after all these years, without exception, I am with the loveliest, kindest, most generous people in the world everywhere I go. And so that includes you. And that's a good job. I feel really lucky. I've worked really hard for a long time. But like any muscle that you exercise, it gets stronger, So I am not standing up here doing anything any of you couldn't do or couldn't have done, making different life choices. So it's never too late to start, So hop on board. I sing this next song in honor of my friend Mary Jo Perrone, who passed away a few weeks ago down in Florida. Some of you have heard me play at traditions over the years when Dick Meyer was there. Might have heard me sing this song. Mary Jo Perrone was a woman with different abilities. And she requested to have lunch with me in Florida through a mutual friend of ours. She and her friend Carol Rudinsky, who was born with cerebral palsy. The two of them wanted to have lunch with me after I did a Sunday morning service at a Unitarian church in Fort Lauderdale area. It was Dr. Martin Luther King Jr. birthday that morning, and I have this thing called a sermon and song like this. That one that I do for Dr. King's birthday every year somewhere in Florida is called We Have a Dream. And I know there's Dr. Martin Luther King Jr. birthday, but his words ring true for me all year round, and they're always worth quoting and reminding myself of. So Mary Jo and Carol wanted to have lunch with David, and when we got to the diner after the service, after We Have a Dream, they were so kind of intimidated, I guess, that being so close to me, because they were sitting, about where David and Lisa were sitting for the whole service, just smiling up at me the whole time. But when we got 2 feet apart, they were like, kind of nervous. And I'm just thinking, gosh, if you only knew who I wasn't. Finally, we coaxed out of them that, and my friend Robbie Greenberg, their advocate, was there with me, longtime friend and music lover, said, well, ladies, you have a question for David, don't you? And yeah, and so finally, Carol, the one who has the most difficulty speaking with her cerebral palsy, became the spokesperson because Mary Jo was looking at her going, as if to encourage her to be the spokesperson. So Carol very slowly said, we want you to write a song for us. I said it a lot faster than she did. If you've ever talked to somebody with a CP, they speak slowly, most do, but you can understand, you tune in. It's a little paradigm shift. We want you to write a song for us because we're really tired of how people make fun of us everywhere we go. And they were in their late 50s in 2013, so they had endured, 6 decades of this, and I believed them when they said what they said, as hard as it was for me to hear that. I believe them because there are people who don't think things through in this world, and maybe they're not bad people, but they react to something they're not used to. So they started telling me this story, and 2 hours later, I had our song. I say our song because I made them co-writers on the song because they had the courage to tell me their story. It probably wasn't easy to do that. And they were very thrilled about that. And when that CD came out, however many years ago, I was able to give them a royalty check every once in a while. Now, don't get all excited. It was a folk music royalty check. Based on CD sales, so I'm telling you, it was good for like maybe a coffee cart every couple of years. But it was priceless to them to see their names on that CD and to have a relationship with a new friend, and I consider them dear friends. Well, Carol, with cerebral palsy, was in hospice a year ago, January in 24, when I was down there. I got to visit her. They say she hadn't spoken in 3 months. I came to her in hospice, and we sang, and she knew every word, and out they came. You know this, though. You've seen the movies about how the musical synapses in the brain remember that. It doesn't go away. She sang every word to the song I'm about to sing that we wrote, and this past January, I met Mary Jo, the surviving of the two, who didn't look like she was in good shape at all, and I sensed this might be my last visit with her, although we said, see you next time, we didn't say goodbye. But then I got a call a few weeks later from her sister at her bedside, and she was, in hospice. So I got to sing to her over the phone, but we knew when we saw her that it would be the last physical meeting of our two bodies. So they're both gone now, but they live on in these stories and in our memories. That's how someone is remembered. If you ever saw the movie Coco, for example, that's the sort of the idea. So this is for Mary Jo and Carol, and this is One World, One Concern. Mary Jo got a job down at the fast food joint. She was happy for the work. Mary Jo was put on fries. She's been making them for years. This is her specialty. Mary's special, very special. When you're making fries, you see a lot of people. You get to be up front, right by the counter. You get to talk to customers. You get to look outside. And Mary Jo delighted in her job. The new manager they got was someone younger. It didn't seem that this person understood that Mary Jo was just a little different, but as good as any worker that this place had ever had. One day the boss told Mary Jo to make the Happy Meals and sent her to the back part of the store. This person also used the word retarded. The meals weren't so happy anymore. Mary Jo says, all I really want to be treated just like everybody else. Consider my abilities. I am competent, I work hard, and I help. Carol is another special person. Compassionate and friendly, creative, fun and kind. But she never liked a single day of school. Kids made fun of her. They made fun of her. When she grew up, she felt it was important to make a difference for people just like her. So Carol's told their story to some singer, so he could sing their story to the world. Carol says, all I really want to be treated just like everybody else. Consider my abilities. I am competent, I work hard, and I help. Mary Jo and Carol are good friends, and they do things together just like you and me. So if you ever see someone who's making fun of people like think who has the disability. So I'm almost done. I just want to say a couple more things, and then we'll go on to the next portion of the service. A third grade teacher in New Jersey was teaching my songs to her class one year, and Mary Jo and Carol was one of them, and a couple others, and they made the Songs by David songbook. Now, I'm not selling this. This is the only copy that I have, but I want you to come look at it at coffee hour. I've got some flash drives down there. I don't have CDs anymore of all my music, and her third grade class illustrated that song and two others, and this is a really cool thing to look through, so I want you to come take a look at it. No charge whatsoever. When I had coffee with Mary Jo in January, I had this book with me, and she had never seen it before, and I got to show it to her, and I have a picture of her and me holding this book. Let me see if I can give you one of the artist renditions of what Mary Jo and Carol looked like. There we go. Oh, yeah. There's so many good ones to choose from, I don't even know. It's rather unwieldy, but it's, well, that's what I looked like to one of the kids. I think that's pretty good. Not to scale. And there they are, standing at the sunny side together. Yeah. So, I just wanted to tell you all that I have a songbook. And one of the other songs in here was licensed by a publishing company in India, believe it or not. So I'm very proud to tell you that my song, 9 Gold Medals, is in over 100,000 elementary school textbooks for kids in India learning how to speak English. From me. I was very excited about that, and they asked me what my licensing fee would be, and I had to draw on my deep experience of licensing my songs to elementary school publishers in India, Let's see, what did I do last time? I asked them for most favored nations clause, whatever the most you gave to any, and they really, they proudly said, "Oh, we will deposit, 2,750 rupees in your bank account." And I said, "This is it. This is the culmination of all these years of work in folk music. $127. There you go." So, all that is to say is my mission going forward is twofold, and I thank you for your kind attention this morning. It is to do what my teacher Byron Katie says. She says, the only way to suffer is to think about the past or the future, but only 100% of the time. So my mission is to inhabit the present moment as best as I can and to do the best that I can. Thank you very kindly. We're going to enter a time of meditation now. Yeah, I'm going to go over here. So I invite you to get comfortable. If you can, uncross your legs, take the stuff out of your lap, just get comfortable. And I'll sing you a very easy song you can learn on the spot. It just repeats, goes around a few times. I will surrender, I will let go. When I'm ready, I will know. That's it. I will surrender, I will let go. And when I'm ready, I will know. I will surrender, I will let go, and when I'm ready, I will know.
And so if you haven't already closed your eyes, I invite you to do so, or find a focal point upon which your eyes can rest. We surrender to this moment, bringing the attention to the body, the breath, the energy and the air, the awareness of where you are right now, in thought and emotion, in your body, in this room with these people. This is the presence of God. This is the holy moment. And we surrender to this moment when we call it sacred and beautiful, and when we see in our mind's eye, in our heart, love, and justice, and compassion, equity. I invite you to affirm these words with me. In your mind, following my lead here. I am whole. I am loving. I am all I need to be. The power and presence of God informs me, leads and directs me. The strength and the love and the peace of this divine presence is making itself known in me in this very moment and in all moments. The great I am is the I am. I am. You want to try that one again? The great I am is the I am. I am. Let's take that one into the silence for a few moments just to know it. That great I am is the I am that I am. I am love. I am strength. I am wisdom. I am imagination. I am faith. I am all of these things and so much more. I invite you to join me in gratitude. Just feel that gratitude expanding the heart and moving as an energy force in this room, this gratitude for the truth of God's presence living in and through us and around us. And in all of humanity, we call it forth. And so it is. Amen.
I will surrender. I will let go. When I'm ready, I will know. I will surrender, I will let go, and when I'm ready, I will know. I will surrender, I will let go, and when I'm ready, I will know.
Whenever David comes, I don't know what to expect, but he always delivers. It's like, wow, you touch me. Thank you so much. Well, we know that you're all here by divine appointment or to hear David Roth. Seems like there's a similarity there somehow. I don't know. But if you're new to Unity, we really want to welcome each and every one of you who are here for the very first time. And we invite you to join us to get to know us a little better. Our welcome team wears green ribbons. And all of us, we don't all wear green ribbons, but we are all a welcome team, actually. So we're happy to have you here with us. Hopefully, if you were new and you came in, you received a packet that looks like this. And in that packet is a form to fill out. And if you return it to our welcome table, we have a gift for you. So I invite you to do so. At this time, I'd like to invite the ushers to come forward. As a spiritual cooperative, we each give what we can to support our community. And in this way, we put our feet to the faith of the natural abundance of God's world. So you know there are many ways to support this community. Through online, you can do the automatic giving program, you can do it a check or cash today. However you do it, we invite you to take that gift into your mind, into your hand, or into your heart. And together, let us bless it with divine love. I invite you to join me. Divine love, through me, blesses and multiplies all that I am, all that I have, all that I give, and all that I receive. Open to the sacred richness of our infinite source. We, as Unity of Olympia, joyfully co-create unlimited prosperity right now. Thank you, God.
How many ways can I be grateful? How many ways? Given the chance, I'm gonna tell you how. How many ways can I give thanks for all the gifts I have? I got a list and I will tell you now. Grateful for each breath awake, grateful for each step I take, grateful that I'm here to play my part. Grateful for the morning sun, grateful when this day is done, grateful that I have you in my heart. And how many ways can I give praises for all the gifts I have? Given the chance, I'm gonna shout out loud and grateful for the universe, for the better and the worse. Grateful that this world keeps spinning round. Grateful for my memories, and grateful for my hopes and dreams. Grateful for the grace that I have found. How many ways can I be grateful? How many ways, sing that with me. How many ways can I be grateful? How many ways? How many ways can I be grateful? How many ways? How many ways can I be grateful? How many ways? I'm grateful now. 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 I'm grateful now.
Thank you, David. And so I'd like to invite our ushers forward. Today is the day that we get to bless the tithe offerings that Unity of Olympia gives as well. So I think there's about $1,500 in tithe gifts this month. They go to our region to help support youth programs primarily. They go to Unity World Headquarters, where you saw what they're doing there with retreats and all kinds of goodies. It goes to Unity Worldwide Ministries, who helps to give us all of the things that we need for a ministry itself. And where else does it go? Who knows? Interfaith Works. 1/4 of our tithe always goes to our local Interfaith Works to support what they do in housing houseless people, in feeding them, and in bringing a spiritual common spiritual practice to all of these different religions who join in the Interfaith Works programming. So let's bless these gifts and those that you've given today. The gift that we received from our friend David. And let's bless all of the gifts that are given around the world today, knowing that every single one of them is a gift of love, of hope, for peace, for more compassion. And let us bless the recipients, every individual and every single vendor, that they use these gifts for good and to make the world a better place. We hold this true through the power and the presence of God and that Christ consciousness. Amen. Oh, and you know what? Can we back up one slide? Does anybody know who those people are? Happy anniversary. And in honor of their anniversary, they brought cake for us to share.
Just a reminder to submit your prayer requests. You can do it in the front or the back of the sanctuary. Please pay careful attention because there's going to be a quiz about this next announcement. Oh, good. Everybody stop talking. That's good. When you go down to the fellowship room, there will be 2 tables down there. One table will have food, and the other table will have Susan McClure and Peggy Brink, who will be registering you for the annual meeting.
If you're a governing member.
If you're a governing member. And if you don't, you cannot get food until you have registered.
But if you're not a governing member, you can have food?
I don't think we decided that.
We didn't. It's up to you. I think
Isn't this a recruitment plan?
oh, yeah. That's right.
So here's the quiz.
Wait a minute. We do have guests here today.
So if you are attending the annual meeting, here's the quiz. Which table do you go to first?
Good job.
Sign in. Excellent. I think it'll be pretty clear when you get down there. Did you want to take over here?
I have a list of announcements, so I'm ready when you say it's my turn.
Okay. So the flowers today were donated by Nancy Kemenzine. Thank you, Nancy, wherever you are. There you are. I see you. And actually, in order to make the world, the order of events that are coming up easier, the flowers today are going to Susan McClure, whose table you will register at. So if you've forgotten her name, just go to the flowers, sign in, and take it away.
Is she going to be the flower lady?
Well, I don't know. I'll have to ask her.
All right. So there are a few things that those of you who get our newsletter and that stuff up there might be a little different than what has been published. So one, spiritual direction through art is no longer available with Linda Eyrig. That class is full. Two, David will have music available for purchase downstairs. I want to encourage you to consider making that purchase as artists make their living that way. We want him to make a living. The 10th of May, which is not this coming Saturday, but the Saturday after that, the prayer team and I are doing an orientation and training. If you have ever considered being a part of a prayer team, that particular orientation and training is open to you. If you want to know what they do, how they do it, what happens, that one is something we'd very much like to invite you to come and join. You don't have to be a member to participate. Carol, raise your hand and wave at everybody. She's right down there. And if you're at home and that's something that interests you, send me an email, minister@unityofolympia.org. The May series is Thank You for Being a Friend. Now, does anybody remember that show? Okay. We're not going to sing it right now, but I hope we get to sing it next month. And the little jingle that goes with it. So next week after service, I want to invite all those people who are newer to Unity of Olympia to come and find out more about membership. At 11:30 following service, we'll have a membership information meeting. And I want to invite in advance those of you who are members of Unity of Olympia to consider attending that membership information meeting so that those people who are considering becoming members can find out who's here already. Rather than just sitting next to you, they might get to know you a little bit. That's, I think, and the Thirst and Hunger Walk is today at 3 o'clock at Huntemer Park. If you haven't... Oh, next week. Thank you. Okay, then I'll stop talking about that. That's good.
So a reminder that Carol Layton will be available in the back of the sanctuary for individual prayers. So if you would like to join her, please feel free to do so.
I think I've said more than I thought.
We'll see you at the annual meeting after you have registered.
Shall we pray? All right. Everybody stand if you wish. Together, the light of God surrounds us. We are the light of God. The love of God enfolds us. We are the love of God. The power of God protects us. We are the power of God. And the presence of God watches over us. We are the presence of God. Wherever we are, God is. Thank you for joining us online this morning. Have a great week.